Good morning. I'm with Dr. W.E. Moerner. Dr. Moerner is at Stanford University and was awarded the 2014 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. He is one of our plenary speakers today at Advanced Optics and Imaging Congress in Arlington, Virginia. He will present on Light Paves the Way to Single Molecule Detection and Photo Control, Foundations of Super Resolution Microscopy. Dr. Moerner, where there have been several advancements in super-resolution microscopy over the past 25 years, where do you see it going from here?
Well, in the future, I'm sure that we're going to see much better in cells and in other interesting systems on the nanoscale. The present level of resolution that we've achieved is already a factor of 5 or more beyond the diffraction limit, which is incredible. But there's more beyond that. In other words, if we go at, let's say, 20 to 40 nanometers now, if we can push to 10 nanometers or 5 nanometers, that would be an incredible additional advance to see better inside cells, for example. So you can just expect that we'll see more tiny little structures and more details of how things are really appearing in a cell without having to use methods of electron microscopy and X-ray microscopy and so forth to see what's going on. So light is very powerful in that respect, and we expect there will be many additional advances.
Could you tell us a bit more about the applications today for palm storm microscopy?
Yes. Just imagine that you want to see, let's say, what's going on inside a cell. And it's very, very tiny. Proteins are 10 nanometers or so. And there are many little machines inside the cell moving around and doing things, many interesting structures as well. So palm and storm have been used to look at those structures, such as the details of how actin is in a cell. Think also of bacterial cells, which are very tiny. They're already near the diffraction limit, and so without these methods we couldn't see much of anything at all inside those cells. Now we see structures, we see protein structures, we see also molecules moving around when you do the tracking methods rather than the imaging methods. So that's just an incredible view. It's like a veil being lifted so that we can see what's really present. And another example is we're beginning to look at neurodegenerative proteins, particular protein structures that are involved in Huntington's disease, Alzheimer's, and many others have very, very small fibular structures that you can't see easily without high resolution. So these methods are being used to look at those which have relevance for these diseases.
You have spent a considerable amount of time in your career volunteering with professional organizations. For young professionals entering the field, would you encourage them to join similar professional networks?
I certainly would. Let me just say that I always encourage my students to get involved with professional organizations, because if they can go to meetings, they broaden their view and can see that there's many, many things going on in all these fields of light and optics beyond just their own project. And so I encourage students to not only join organizations, but also there's, in particular, usually a student chapter or something like that nearby, and those are additional places where there can be a lot of fellowship and common interactions to learn about what's going on in the field and how people are doing, and forming their careers in optics.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time today, sir.